I'll let you all start the funnel in. I just wanted to give everybody.
A curd is a curd.
Oh snap! We're gonna get a lot.
Tell me $5. Best of luck, Dylan.
We're gonna get a lot of stuff probably. I don't know. Hey. So I'm just here to give you guys an update about what's going on with me and what's going on because I wanted to tell you guys what was going on because I wanted to be transparent. I did not like the idea of just going off stream or stopping streaming and not telling you guys what was going on in my life, not being open about what happened. And usually I find that transparency is the best policy. So I tweeted out what was going on. I did the Discord message. It all happened pretty quickly. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. Oh snap, my phone is going wild. There we go. It fixed it. But so basically, I don't know where to start. First thing I want to say is that thank you to everybody who sent messages of support and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Obviously, I'm not expecting any of you to come out and give me a house or something. Again, I'm a streamer. You're a person who's most of you have never met me in person. But I appreciate the kindness that a lot of you are showing through messages of support and love and stuff like that. So, and everybody who's donated. I haven't asked for donations. I haven't posted on Twitter or Twitch or on YouTube or Discord or anywhere for donations, but everybody who's just found the Streamlabs link and it's just been throwing money at it, or those people who are like, anytime anybody asks for money, just throws the Streamlabs link at them, I really appreciate that. You don't feel obligated to. Of course, donations help, but please don't feel obligated to donate to me. I know my housing situation is pretty crazy right now, and I'm going through a lot with that, but it's a pandemic about me. Your family always comes first before you think about me and start throwing money at me. And I do appreciate it if you can. That's cool, but just remember that for anybody who's throwing money at me. Okay? So, let me explain what occurred. So last night, I was on Yaz TV's Roundtable, and I was just, chatting late night because I was doing homework and just felt like chatting and talking to people. And during that, and I'm not going to say who, because it's nobody's business exactly who this is, and it's a family affair, but a family member who I've been renting out a location with for a while walked into the room, most likely intoxicated because they have a history of alcoholism, and started talking to me about something trivial, very trivial, about like a familial dispute. And eventually it escalated to threats, like, sit down, boy, I'll throw you through the window, and stuff like that. And it was over something stupid. It was about calling a certain family member. And after the threats, I stood up. I was like, you can't threaten me like that. And I guess I said something that pissed him off, because he then said, I'm going to strangle you. And like a minute later, after he said that, after I said something else that must have pissed him off, he attempted to strangle me. I just want to say that that's what happened. He took his hands, he put it around my neck, and attempted to carry out that threat. He was intoxicated, as far as I'm aware. He wasn't in the right state of mind, but of course that's no excuse. And after he tried to strangle me, I defended myself. And by defending myself, I threw 2 right hands to his face, which kind of turned him around, and then I got him in a chokehold and took him down and basically said, you good, until he made a sound, and I let him go, and I immediately left the house. And when I mean immediately, I mean I grabbed my phone. Well, I talked to his fiance first, then I grabbed my phone and left. I didn't even put on shoes. I was wearing pajama bottoms, a t-shirt, and socks. And I was walking out in like 30, 40 degrees. It was freezing outside. Not technically freezing, but super cold. And I was stepping through puddles in socks. And obviously, it was not a smart decision, probably, to leave as fast and as quickly as they did without putting on shoes, without doing that. But This isn't the first time this person put their hands on me. I was a lot younger. I was like 12 or
Occurred is
14.
occurred.
I guess they didn't think that I was now a man. I was not the same kid. They put their hands on me before, and I just wanted to get out of the situation because I was panicking because this person also has a history of health problems, and I don't know how bad I hit him pretty hard. And so I got out of there because I also just wanted to get away from him. I didn't know if he was going to come back with with some other weapon or something. And so I left, and for the next 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I was out in the cold, in socks, walking through puddles and stuff,
Occurred
and
is occurred.
until like I called a few people, um, and give me a second. I called a few people, like a few friends, to see if they would come pick me up. Most of them didn't answer because again, it was like 3 a.m. by the time I was calling people, so most people didn't answer. I had one friend who used to work for me, a great friend who did actually say he would be there, and he came out 30 minutes away, all the way from Howard County, to come pick me up and bring me back to give me a place to stay. And I deeply appreciate that because if he didn't do that, I wouldn't have had a place to stay that night, and I would have literally just been out in the cold, or would have had to, like, I don't know, I have no clue what I would have done. Anyway, I have an audio record of the story of events going on. I have it on tape. So if anything ever came out of this legally, I have it all on tape. Me talking about what happened with another streamer who I actually called to just talk stuff out because I just needed to talk to somebody, and it was super cold and I needed to concentrate on something else. I think they're going to be public with it, but I won't say it unless they say it first. So, but I just want to say that streamer was super helpful. I was really happy to talk to them. Anyway, I went to the 7-Eleven. I knew the 7-Eleven cashier pretty
Occurred is
closely.
occurred.
So when I say pretty closely, I mean me and him are chill. So he gave me a mask for free, which is against 7-Eleven policy, but fuck 7-Eleven policy, I guess. I guess I'm that chill with the cashiers. Hey, working class solidarity or whatever. And I just kind of stood there shivering, wet, and wait for my person to come. He picked me up and he brought me back to his place, and that's where I slept. And today has been a pretty hectic day where I've been calling the school. I've been calling. Um, hmm?
Your food?
Oh, okay, just in a little bit. I was calling all these people and just trying to like get in contact with people, tell them what's going on because obviously my I don't know how to pay for my bills because I'm seeing if I can get my streaming equipment somewhere else. I got to get my stuff out of the house. I got to just get out of there. I got to get everything out. I have to deal with my schooling because I can't go to classes because I don't have everything necessary. I don't have my equipment. I don't have my resources. I don't have my textbooks. Um, I and I've just been calling people all day. Um, People I've called. So basically, that's what I've been doing all day.
Occurred is
Thankfully,
occurred.
though, I have it
Nothing
extremely.
but heresy $20. Get yourself dinner, man.
I
Love
appreciate
ya,
that.
he'll be sending love your way.
I appreciate that.
You've got a good group in Discord if you ever need a pick-me-up.
Thank you. But eventually, after talking to a bunch of people, I was able to get a place to stay tonight, and that place is with my partner. So I guess they do like me a little bit, huh? They like me enough to let me sustain myself for a small period of time. So I'm going to be staying with them until I can get an apartment. I'm going to get an apartment. I've called the mayor personally and asked him if he could help speed up the process of getting me an apartment. Which obviously means that I'm gonna be working harder because this is gonna be a much higher rent than I was paying before. And it's gonna be one bedroom. So, but it is what it is. I'd much rather feel safe under a roof that's more expensive and might be a little bit more difficult to like fund than feel like a person's gonna threaten to strangle me and go at me in the middle of at 2 a.m., 2:30 in the morning. So that's the situation. I currently have a roof over my head for the time being, which is good. I was able to get one last second yesterday, thankfully, and it's just the process of me moving all my stuff out, just staying away from that family member, and trying eventually to go to a new apartment and cut off that section of my life. The thing that's really difficult for me is that I've talked about it. I don't talk about it a ton because, I don't like to, but I've had a long history in my family, specifically my mother, with drug abuse, with addiction, alcoholism, heroin, uh, rape, sexual assault. There's like a lot of stuff, right? That's from like my life, and I've engraved my mother's fucking name onto my body because that's a scar to me, right? And I thought with all this new work I'm doing in politics, right? I'm doing all this stuff on all these campaigns. I'm doing the streaming now. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm going to college. Maybe I'll be the first person in my family to ever graduate from college. Maybe all this stuff, but it feels like all that like addiction, that homelessness, the rape, the abuse, all of that, no matter what I do,
A curd is a curd.
it ends up following me.
And $75. Wish I could give more. Much love. Stay safe.
Appreciate that. It feels like no matter what I do, no matter how hard I work, no matter if I work 6, 7 days a week, all hours of the day, no matter how much recognition this or that person gives me, no matter how hard I work, I can't get away from the abuse. I can't get away from
JJY
all of it.
$100. We love you, Dill.
I appreciate that. So, I don't know. It just kind of feels like I was brought into this world, the son of a homeless drug addict, and it kind of feels like no matter what I do, that's like my destiny, and I'm just gonna keep going that way. And this felt like I thought I was getting away from it, but it feels like this is just an open reminder of like, remember your place. That's what it felt like. Remember your place. You're still that same kid who was attacked before. You're still that same kid who's, who fucking got in all the fights and was mugging kids in school bathrooms and in middle school and getting raped and fucking...
This happened, dude. You deserve a lot better. I hope this helps.
Thanks. It is what it is. That's my personal demon.
A curd is a curd.
I'll deal with it. I just really thought it was... It's just hard. It's just hard. I don't know what else to say on that.
A curd is
it's
a
just
curd.
hard. And I thought about and again, let me tell the reason I'm telling you guys all this is because it doesn't really affect stream. It doesn't really affect that stuff. I don't really talk about it. It only like the one family member death like affected one stream, so I mentioned it briefly on stream. And yeah. And for that's all. Just look at chat quick. If there's any questions, ask them because I'm not gonna do my normal streaming hours today. This is a very short stream, just to kind of update you all. Will Streamlabs take a cut? Maybe. I think a small one. The finest things happen to you. You are your own person. You're great things for. Yeah, I mean, it feels like I was trying to make myself my own person, right? Like I did everything I was supposed to. I did more than I was supposed to, right? I went to college and high school. I work every day of the week.
Hope this helps with rent. Much love, man.
I work basically 24/7. I've done all this stuff with streaming and politics and advising and managing and all this stuff to get away from that, to do something about that in the world. And even after all that, fucking way after 4 years after my mom's dead, And the same demons that killed her almost strangled me in my own bedroom at 2:30 in the morning in the place that I was raised. In the place that I was now renting out because I wanted to go to the college. And you want to know the worst part of all this isn't the worst part, but a big problem with all this? All my tax information is there. All my streaming equipment is there. All of the stuff I was supposed to get all my tax information in so I can get money for FAFSA so I can go to college, and it's still all there.
A curd is a curd.
ICO rules $50. Sending you power.
Things like though. It's all there, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I have to just go there as soon as possible, get all that, and just send it over. Not to mention, I need to send my transcript to the University of Maryland if I want to get in, and that has to be done by March 1st. And all that information, all my mail's going there. So when I get the transcript, which I was gonna bring in person, it's gonna be sent there. So I just gotta keep going back there and get all the.
A curd is a curd.
It's an endeavor. It's an endeavor.
A curd is a curd.
The authorities not help. I assume if I asked for police escort, I would get it.
And $15.
Right?
You grew up. You are an misfortune. Just an unfortunate victim.
Don't as soon as possible. I don't know how big the down payment's gonna be. I don't know how all that's gonna work. I've never told them, but I did have the apartment like on a list because I was scared something like this might happen. I obviously didn't talk about it because it's a familial matter, and now that it's like an actual situation that's affecting you guys, now I feel like I have to kind of be public about what's been going on, which is it's not been great. It's just not been great in this regard. Those same things that I like talk about of things, that I had to fight getting older, had to distance myself from getting older, things that got me into politics, still happening. I guess. I thought I played pretend to myself that it wasn't still happening, but it was. If there's any questions in chat, now's the time to ask them because I'm not going to stream much longer. And for everybody who's asked about the Vosh Bastiat thing, I understand. It's not really my main consideration right now. But I assume I'll have somebody announce it.
A curd is a curd.
Poker mask $10. It's
By the
not
end of
much,
the
but
night.
hope it helps.
I just
Stay
keep
safe,
getting
man.
messages if it's canceled now, and I mean, I care about it too. It was an event that was gonna pay bills, but yeah, it might still be on. I'm trying to get my equipment out of there as quickly as possible, and if I can get it here, then I will still be able to record it. But I'll try. I'll see.
A curd is a curd.
And
I guess we'll figure out tomorrow.
$10. I am kind of cash strapped, but I can give you this. Hang in there.
Thanks for the $10. Police for someone. Dylanburnstv, after a few months of you having your police and get all your things.
A curd is
Trying
a
to get
curd.
free, safe, and everything behind you. Yeah, and you know
Sad
what?
Communist dog $100.
Whoa.
There is always a light to be found.
Hi, man. I
Good
appreciate
luck,
that.
and you will land on your feet. I know it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
A curd is a curd.
Oh, and for anybody who's curious, I am physically fine. I'm fine. I don't know about the other guy because I kind of, beat him up and then put him in a chokehold. But I'm fine. He was not the best at strangling. His strangling abilities need to be worked on. He's not that the green dude from SpongeBob. What was it
A curd is a curd.
something strangler? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The SpongeBob dude? This whole episode. You know what I'm talking about, right? The spa spinning something strangler, and there was a whole episode about it. One of the better SpongeBob episodes. Hatchling strangler. Seaside strangler, something like that. Yeah. Exactly. So no, he was not that. That's
Ms. underscore Monet $50.
appreciate the money. Thank you. Again, I appreciate the donations. But again, think of yourself first before you ever throw anything at me. And Senjin, thanks. You sent me a DM. I'll check it out. I'm sorry if anybody sent me a DM and I haven't responded yet. Obviously there's a lot going on, so.
Chase W. Mitchell, $20. Whatever you passed, you're affecting positive change in the world.
Thanks.
Thank you for that.
I appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. So I'm physically okay. Don't worry, like everything's recorded, like when it comes to like the early part of it was recorded and it's literally was on another stream. But don't go look, it's literally just me, my head turns, I talk, and then I cover up the cameras. Don't think you're gonna get anything out of it. So yeah, good luck VOD hunting that, okay? I've got like apologies and all this stuff over the phone. I've got a recorded audio of me reciting events with somebody else. So if this ever went to court, I'm good. So don't worry about it in that sense either. I'm good when it comes to that. Like this isn't like a disputed event. Like everyone, including the party who did the thing, understands that they screwed up. In fact, they should be going back to rehab. I'm not gonna say who it is, obviously, because again, nobody's business. But yeah, I'm just and now affected my work life, so. Anyway, you want to know something? Even though through all that, I scrolled through Twitter a tiny bit because I had nothing to do, next to nothing for a little bit during the night. And I couldn't sleep.
Capsule underscore ghost $10. Glad you're safe, dude. Hope you get situated soon.
I appreciate that. Glenn Greenwald fucking tweeted something out about bi people and trans people, and he was like, look, the majority of bi people are actually in opposite sex relationships. Bi people, and he put it in parentheses. And he's supposedly like the LGBT ally or something. What a little nerd. What a little nerdlet.
A curd is a curd.
Send
yes, you may enter your own room.
Best of
what
luck
an actual
to you.
nerdlet to do that. Bi people in parentheses. What does that even mean? Maybe there's like some social stigma around people, being with somebody of the same sex, and maybe that affects bi people. Maybe it's because the majority of people are straight, therefore there's more options available to them that are of the opposite sex. Maybe there's a lot of other factors besides bi people are pretending. I'm sorry. Even through all of this, bad takes still piss me off. So you know what? I have the streamer's mindset. So I will come back. I will recover. I'm most likely not going to be streaming tomorrow, but I will do my best to see if I can stream Friday. So there you go. That's everything. Thanks everybody for checking in. Appreciate all the support that I've gotten. Love you all. Bye. Sayonara. Stay breezy or whatever.